My name is Kicha, popularly known as Little Chef Kicha. I cook, I eat, and I'm hungry for more. Uh, I am a little chef who loves cooking and have a passion for it. It all started when I was 4 years old, when I used to really join my mother while she cooked a lot of dishes. She was a home baker, so I used to cook with her, bake with her, etc. So it became to a point where I really wanted to cook for myself, and I just started watching YouTube. So I asked my parents if I could start a YouTube channel, and they said yes, and I named it Kicha TBHD, where I started posting cooking YouTube channel videos, and I was only 4 at that time. Then I slowly started posting more and more videos, and finally, a video called when I made mango ice cream, Mickey Mouse mango ice cream, got the attention of Facebook, where they bought the rights to that video for $2,000, and that's where my road of fame began. I was invited to the Ellen Show shortly after in Hollywood, California. Then shortly after, I was invited to the UK for Little Big Shots UK, then Vietnam for Little Big Shots Vietnam, and to US again for Little Big Shots US with Steve Harvey, which I greatly enjoyed. I've also bagged many awards, so that's a short summary about myself.
Thank you, Kicha, for the introduction. What recipe are you going to share with us, and what's special about it?
I'm going to be making pal ice, or translated into milk ice. It's basically a milk popsicle that is very popular in the southern states of India, and it was very popular back in the 1980s, late 90s. Uh, my grandparents and parents thoroughly enjoyed it, and they used to have it almost every day whenever the cart came to their village. So I want to show you all this delicious recipe that I know you're all going to enjoy. So today we'll be making pal ice. Let's begin. First, you have to make a corn flour slurry. To make the slurry, we have to add corn flour, 1 tablespoon, milk powder, this is not a part of the recipe, but you can make it a part of it though. This part is optional. Take a little bit of milk. The slurry has to be like a thick paste. You can compare it to melted white chocolate. Now let's turn off the stove. I have a saucer filled with a little bit of milk. Let's wait for it to heat up a little bit. I've added 1 cup of milk. Once it heats up a little bit, let's add the corn flour slurry. My parents have always been talking about pal ice, and I decided I wanted to make it one day, so today's the day. I really want to try pal ice. They say it's super yummy. So now the milk is heated. Let's add the corn flour slurry. So 1 cup of milk, by the way. Now mix until it is thickened a little bit. Now there are many versions of pal ice, but there are some with condensed milk, rose milk, then cardamom, etc. But the one I'm making is the Nardan traditional style that used to be sold by people in cycles. It has started thickening a little. Let's add some sugar. I've used 1.5 cups of milk. I've just added the sugar. Now stir and heat until the sugar is melted. It has thickened and the sugar is melted. Let's switch it off. Let's leave it to cool down before we can transfer it into the mold. This is a very easy recipe and it only takes 5 minutes. So you can make it as a snack for guests or for yourself. You can see now it's cooled and the thickness is set. Let's transfer it into these kulfi molds. This is my first time making the pal ice, so it might not taste the best, but still I want to try and see I want to see why my parents are so obsessed over palais. I'll transfer the palais mix into the molds and add a saran wrap to hold the sticks. Now let's add it in the freezer and wait for it to set. You need to keep it in the freezer for 8 hours. Okay. Let's keep it inside and wait for it to freeze it until it's set. This is the freezer that my mom uses to keep her bakery items such as cream and other stuff. So let's leave it until it's set. Palais is ready! I've kept it for freezing over 8 hours and this is how it looks. Let's take off the wrapper. Whoa! This looks kinda cool. I'm gonna dip it in water for a while so that it's easy to demold. Let's take it out and see. Whoa! This actually looks pretty cool. Do you want to have a bite? It's pretty good. So guys, thank you for watching.
That recipe looks very delicious. What attracted you to cooking and what helped you follow your passion?
The motivation that really drives me has to be my parents. They really motivate me and help me move forward with cooking. As well as that, I really love cooking as it is a mix of many arts. You can mix different ingredients together. There are so many unique varieties of dishes, and it's like a whole other world out there. You can do anything. Like for example, you can make something Indian like butter paneer, or something from France like a croissant. Like that, there are so many different dishes and so many different options, and that is the one thing that I really love about cooking.
That's great. What's your favorite recipe and why? My favorite's the bread pizza that you made.
I remember that. Bread pizza is one of my favorites too, but I have to say, my favorite has to be putta. Putta is a steamed rice cake, which is the traditional breakfast of Kerala. It is paired with many different sides, like we have ripe plantain. You can pair it with kadla curry, basically any savory curry you want, as well as sweet. I really love having it for breakfast, and we have it commonly here. And anytime you come to Kerala, you should definitely try it out.
Sure, I will. Kicha, I'm curious to know how you manage your time between school and being a celebrity.
Well, thanks to all the great help I've gotten from my school, it hasn't really been an issue balancing them both out. For example, whenever I went for events in USA, UK, the teachers always used to send me the notes, the summaries of the tests, all of the activities, etc. So I could do it from the spot itself. So when I came back to India, it wasn't really much load for me to unravel, but there was still a little bit of effort I had to put in here and there. But other than that, I really must thank my school and my teachers for all of the love and support.
That's great. Sanskriti event is all about the Indian culture. So what do you think about Indian food and culture?
Well, I have to say, I love Indian food and culture. It's the country that I come from, and still, it has some of the most rich and deep food and culture that I've ever seen. Each dish has so much history. Each There are so many unique dishes for every single state in India, depending on the climate, depending on the uh, items that they receive. Like that, there's so much to see and so much to taste in India. And I still haven't tried everything, but I really do hope at some point I get to learn about all of this.
That's wonderful, Kicha. Well, thank you for joining us today. It was a pleasure talking to you.
And
Please
it was a
send
pleasure.
me please send me the bar ice for tasting. Bye.
Will do. Bye.